You know the drill, we've been here before, Antonio Guitar's website with all sorts of cool instruments. Some of them I have already reviewed, I'm yet to review some hopefully. I did this one, which is an amazing guitar, you can check that video out. And on to custom builds, we can find some of these truly amazing guitars. Look at the werewolf guitar, I want to get my hands on that. So in here we have the Abyss Kraken that I'm gonna demonstrate for you later. We have the Spirit of Whisper that I've already reviewed, this one. I'm gonna link the video above. Let's go into the description and the specs. For this particular video I'm gonna read Antonio's description, which is perfect in my opinion. Perfectly captures the essence of this, I'm gonna call it creation of his, because this is not a simple instrument, this is a piece of art. So check out the specs here in the official website. Go hit it up, and you can contact Antonio here under the About section of the website. Hit him up with an email if you want a quote for a guitar price or something built for you particular. And as I demonstrate this beautiful piece of art, I'm gonna read Augustin's description, which is suitable for it. More than 15 years ago, I became a luthier inspired by the music of my favorite band, Metallica. Since then, one of my greatest dreams has been to one day see James Hetfield on stage playing a guitar built by me. Even though that moment has not yet become reality, the dream itself has always guided me, pushing me to evolve, learn, and constantly surpass myself. When I built this guitar, I imagined it on stage, vibrating under the lights, bringing energy and emotion through the sound of its strings and the visual power of its design. The specifications are a top tier and unconventional. The body is made from alder, the neck from genuine mahogany, complemented by a maple fretboard. The frets are stainless steel, the nut is handcrafted from American buffalo bone, carefully shaped and polished by hand, while the A logo is made from natural shell. The pickup rings were crafted from the same type of wood used for the body, while the EMG 81 bridge and EMG 60 neck pickups were wrapped in the same wood to preserve the continuity of the pyrography across the entire instrument. My god, try saying this fast. Continuity of pyrography, okay, I got it. For the electronics, I chose a 50s wiring circuit with volume and tone controls complemented by an oil and paper capacitor. This type of circuit gives the tone a distinctive brilliance and more open dynamic response. Along the side of the fretboard, I integrated fiber optics powered by a blue LED light, improving visibility on stage or in low light conditions. And these really help. This is a note from me, the player. These really help because you see the fingerboard is, I will not say weird, but the pyrography of it does not have the markers or the bolts on the frets themselves, the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, the 12th, you know. So it's a bit hard to know where you are on the fingerboard, but LED lights that Augustin integrated really help. The visual theme was created together with Serbian artist Ivan Đurić, who handcrafted the entire pyrography. The whole guitar, including the fretboard, was pyrographically engraved by hand, transforming the instrument into a unified piece, not merely decorated but built as a complete work of art. And that's true. To highlight this artwork, I use multiple wood finishing techniques, beginning with shellac and finalized with a matte acrylic lacquer. This finish protects the pyrography over time, seals the wood, and at the same time preserves its natural texture. And hey, it's me again, George, with another note. You see, because of Antonio guitars, I started appreciating natural finishes more. I really don't enjoy high gloss instruments, especially made in China, like the Epiphone guitars, like even ESPs. I recently sold my Iron Cross ESP because honestly the plasticky feel of it, the finish of it, pales compared to something not as natural as this one. So anyway, just a note from me. Reading on the description, the guitar is highly resonant and lightweight, weighing approximately 3.5 kilograms while remaining exceptionally well balanced. I can confirm that. I felt that the praise, and I'm gonna mess this one up, Augustin, sorry about that, ex tenebris vigilo, meaning from the darkness I watch, gives life to this abyss monster. Yeah, it's really cool. Some guitars are cool to play, this one was created to carry a story. And that was Augustin's beautiful description for this piece of art. And I can tell you that even though the star of the show is the Kraken in front, oh look at that, I've managed to put the battery box cover backwards, but anyway, fits. So I know that the Kraken is the star of the show, but I really like the back of this guitar and the side, and I mean the fingerboard and everything. It's one unified piece of art, as he said. So I really enjoyed reviewing this guitar. It's not a review, actually, it's just a demonstration, but later in the video I'm gonna talk in further detail about some of the specs and so on. But I can tell you it's hard to do a video about a guitar like that. You can only do a demonstration, you cannot talk about defects, you cannot talk about specs like this is just another mass-produced guitar, because it's not. It's a custom-made instrument. It's a piece of art, and I don't know how many times I'm gonna say piece of art in this video, but it's really well deserved. Here's the thing, and that's the absolute truth. Augustin and Antonio Guitars manages to surprise me with every guitar he sends me. For every one of his guitars I say, oh man, that's your best work yet, and then he sends me another guitar and that's his best work yet. So he manages to surpass himself. That's what he wants. If you just want to skip to the specs section of the video, I'm gonna give them to you, and it's gonna be easy because Antonio Guitars includes them in the certificate. First of all, you have older body, which is interesting, and it has this beautiful natural finish to it. I already explained what techniques he used, and of course the pyrography. This was done by the Serbian artist Ivan Đurić, who was credited here in the certificate. This guitar looks magnificent in person. So we have an older body and a real mahogany neck combined with maple fingerboard, which is interesting. Stainless steel frets that were perfectly crowned. And in order to easily find your way around the fingerboard, you have LED lights on the side of it. You flip a switch near the output jack and they're on. I'm gonna show you later. Now, one of the ways you can tell that an instrument is exceptional and custom made is the fretwork, and on this guitar it's immaculate. No edges sticking out of the fingerboard and scratching your hand, no distance under the frets and the fingerboard. I mean, look at the art on the fingerboard. Then we have American Buffalo horn nut, and we have the same maple piece that's used on the fingerboard to continue the art. And to truly make this a unified piece, Antonio Guitars incorporates wood covers for the EMG pickups. And we have volume, tone and a three-way switch, some traditional stuff. Augustin has also provided me with a making photo just to show you what a complicated process pyrography really is. I flipped the guitar around to demonstrate the neck. I love how the tentacle of the Kraken continues along the fingerboard, which is made of maple obviously, so it can contrast with the pyrography. It can be a bit confusing when you're playing because the bolts are not on the frets that you're used to as fret markers, but the LED lights on top help. I'm gonna give you another look at the flawless fretwork, a closer look. I cannot stress but enough how comfortable this neck and the frets feel. I don't expect any less from a custom-made instrument. I also don't expect fake nuts like most mass manufacturers. Antonio used buffalo nut, and check out the headstock. I prefer this headstock to other designs from other artists, honestly. I've always told him that I prefer his headstocks, and this one especially shines with the same piece of maple on top and the A logo, which is made by a real shell and shines on different light, as you can see when I'm changing the angles of the camera. Every time I inspect the headstock, I find more and more details. I love the ship that has been pyrographed here. I love the worn edges of the maple veneer that has been put on top of the mahogany here. That is amazing craftsmanship. Get it? Ship. Hey, look at that, so many edges, and I managed not to hit any of them, so this guitar is still in one piece. While admiring the back of the guitar, I want to remind you that I'm not in any way sponsored by Antonio Guitars or Augustin. He's a friend of mine. He gives me guitars to check out and share with you guys, and that's what I do. I'm sharing these pieces of beauty with you. Look at that, battery boxes and electronic compartment boxes. These are signs of custom-made guitars. When I see plastic on expensive guitars, I'm always angry. Let me give you a side view over here. So anyway, I'm not promoting his guitars or anything like that. I think they speak for themselves. You see it, it's right there. It's a perfect instrument. Oh, by the way, check out this line. It's my favorite feature of the whole guitar. It's going right into the abyss. I'm easily distracted also. Back to the neck. It's made out of mahogany. It's Antonio's unique construction of two pieces. As you can see, the volute is so comfortable. I love it. And you can see the line connecting the two pieces is right in the middle, unconventional. And he has two pieces here and another piece to make three-piece headstock. I know neck shapes and thicknesses are personal preference, but somehow he always manages to make a guitar comfortable for me, and I'm picky, you know. Here's a quick look under the skin with the 3-way switch, the volume and tone pots, the capacitor and the 50s wiring with the 9-volt battery. And down here we have the output jack and the switch for LED lights on the side of the fingerboard. As he mentioned in the description, this guitar is really lightweight. Usually Explorers made out of mahogany weigh more than 4 kilograms, 4.5 sometimes, so this feels great. As you may have probably already noticed, Antonio guitar videos are different than my other reviews, and this is because of a simple fact. I consider his guitars a piece of art, especially guitars like this one that include pyrography by another artist. So it's hard to do a simple review like on an Epiphone or a Gibson guitar or something like that. That's why I don't try to do it. I don't try to give you the pros and cons of a guitar like this. I do not do an in-depth tone review. I simply admire them as most of you do. Consider these videos not like reviews, but simply a demonstration through my eyes and through the lens of my camera and my phone. For this particular guitar, I can tell you that the camera doesn't do it justice. It's amazing in person, it's amazing live. It's hard for me to review and demonstrate this as a simple guitar. It's so much more than that. It's a piece of art, it's craftsmanship, it's so much. What I found most interesting about it, other than the pyrography of course, is the combination of specs. I didn't expect older body, I didn't expect a maple fingerboard on a mahogany neck. I personally love the back of the guitar, the art, the abyss. I know that the Kraken in front is the star of the show, but something in this particular art, the abyss, just speaks to me. And I managed to somehow fuck it up and put the cover of the battery box not backwards but the other way around, as you can see in the beauty shots, but hey, anyway. And look at that volute and look at the mahogany chosen for the neck. It's a beautiful guitar, man. It's hard for me to demonstrate it as a simple instrument. It plays amazing, the frets feel great, the neck shape feels great, and overall it's an amazing guitar. Whoever ends up owning this is gonna be a lucky man. And of course it's a custom made instrument, so you can order another one made specifically for you with your specs, looking like this. So again, amazing work by Antonio Guitars.